Hey guys, Samantha here. So today we're going to learn about how to take 15-minute power breaks. So what I mean by that is most people are working from home, and one of the best things you can do to make sure that your body isn't becoming injured from you working at your desk all the time, whether you sit or you stand, both of them have the repercussions. So I will share my own story. So I was on the road for many years as a sales rep, like 20 years. And then towards the end of my career in that hemp industry, with our public company, I was sitting, I went from standing and running around and doing demos and talking to people, I was sitting. I started sitting for maybe like 4 years in an office, and I watched my body decline so rapidly that it was terrifying. So then I decided to get a stand-up desk, and in my office, in my home office, I have a great standing desk that does move up and down. So that was a great solution for me, but I do stand at it a lot because I'm very active. But what I find is, because I live in an apartment building that's concrete, I do find I have to make sure I take my 15-minute breaks, just like you're going to start doing with me, and you're going to see how much of a difference it makes. So, for example, I wake up in the morning, do my morning routine. I have my hot water and lemon always. I've been doing that for 20 years without fail, and I know I've had many partners in the past or friends are like, oh, you're always having your hot water, and I'm like, that's right. It is such a good thing for your body, so always do that. That's the first thing, a little bit of salt in there. And then I've been doing hemp for 20 years, pretty much every day. I love that. It's such a wonderful food, right? I have my morning routine. And then I usually get to work like most people. Boom, 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 we get in, right? So I do work with a day timer. I'm sure most people do, but you know, we have to set schedules and time things to do. Like it's easier in your life when you work with a schedule. And in that schedule, you need to book time to have your lunch and your 15-minute break and your dinner and another coffee break. Like, just if you were working in an office, you're working 9 to 5, which if you have your own business, it's more like 9 to 9 or more, right? But so working at home, you gotta make sure you keep taking care of yourself. So you have a greater advantage, right? Or even if you're working in an office, okay, this isn't just for people at home, but you're limited. There's just certain things you can't do, right? Like have a 15-minute power nap on the floor, right? Although when I was working in an office downtown Vancouver, I was like, all these people were always like super tired, so they were drinking a lot of coffee, because just, you know, office lights and just the atmosphere. And I was like, why don't we have a nap room? And everyone liked it, but no one would do it, right? I was like, oh, it's kind of weird, right? But kids do it, and they're learning all the time. Their brains are like, right? So, and then they have naps, and they're like, you know, recharging their batteries. So these 15-minute breaks throughout the day is kind of like a way to recharge your body and just get back into your breath. You know, take a break, step away, you get the bird's eye view, you kind of, okay, I'm gonna go outside for a walk. So here's some things that I do for my 15-minute breaks. I will set a timer, and sometimes I'll have a nap. Or I will make a cup of tea, and then I will go sit on my beautiful balcony and just watch birds and just hang out, and I will set a timer. So I always set my timer. I will sometimes soak my feet in some hot water and Epsom salts. I'll go downstairs and go for a walk, or I will take the elevator downstairs and then do a flight of stairs, 10 flights of stairs. I live on the 10th floor, so if you're in an apartment building, go into the stairwell and use that. It's awesome. You can do a double step, right? I will do stretching. So that's one of the most important things that I do teach. I have like this stretching class. So important to stretch. I have lots to share on that, but just to keep it short, super important to make sure your body stays in motion, and you get into wherever it's sore, where there's pain, what you're doing. Like, for example, for me, I had a terrible shoulder for I couldn't even lift. At one point, I had to lift my arm out of my bed every morning, and so I had to do exercises, and I ended up getting a PEMF mat, which is a phenomenal mat. I will share information on that as well. But I had to hire a physio, personal trainer. I he taught me some exercises. It took me a year to recover my arm, and you know, it wasn't just this, you know, it was, you know, doing certain things like CBD and using other supplements and things, but it takes time. So if you just keep stretching while you're working and living your life and kind of put it into the mix, what you'll find is, like, you'll really notice a difference, that you'll have less injury because you're keeping the synovial fluid in your body going and moving, and there's oxygen happening, and like, just think of like your body, we're mostly water, right? So if you're really stagnant, you think of yourself like a pond, like it's just gonna get like a stagnant pond. There's gonna be like frogs, and there's gonna be bugs, it's gonna be like muddy and gross, it's gonna be like fungus. So keep it, you know, be the river, like, well, no, who is it? Be like water. Come on, Bruce Lee. Oh man, Bruce Lee, let's dedicate this I love Bruce Lee. Blessings, man, he's such a warrior. So yeah, 15-minute breaks, right? He probably did 15-minute breaks where he was like doing karate and crazy stuff, right? But just do it. So if you work 9 to 5, which is a good time to work, and there's specific times that are best for your dosha. So remember, in the past you learned about what your dosha was. This is what you'll do, is figure out the best time of day. So I will make another video so we'll go over that, okay? It's very powerful to know that. But do something that makes you feel good. You could even do like a bit of meditation. You could do a bit of yoga, a little bit of stretching, like I said. Super potent things. You can play guitar. Sometimes I play guitar. I'll sing. So many things. Like, there's, what else? I'll go down and check the mail. So I'll do is a 15-minute within about an hour and a half. So I'll step away, have a coffee, whatever, go back in, make sure I drink water, go back in, work, have the timer, and then I'll just make, if I'm hungry on my half hour, if I do like a chunk to eat, then I'll eat. If I'm not hungry, I won't eat. I only eat when I feel hungry, and I will teach you something about that as well. So yeah, so just find some things that you love, couple things. Remember, walking's great, stretching, yoga, you can do a bit of breath work, have a nap, 15 minutes, just close your eyes, sit down on the couch and close your eyes, sit down on the floor, just breathe. Concentrate on relaxing your body. There's so many things you can do to support yourself, but these 15-minute breaks are magic. So try it out, enjoy it, and just enjoy how you're going to feel when you start giving yourself these little 15-minute love breaks. Okay? All right, take care.